Hi everyone, how are you? How are you? And I know it's been a really, really long time since I have streamed. And Happy New Year. I know that it is way into the new year. And let me just see if I can get myself set up. I don't even know if anyone can hear me. Hi, how are you? Hi, Malia. I did. Hi, Angela. Hi, Dawn. Can you guys hear me? I do not know what I do with my headset. You guys, I am like totally... Oh, good. Here it is. Wonder if you can... Hi, Tilda. Hi, Jean. Hi, Val. You can hear me? Okay, good. You guys, it's pouring here, and if the sound starts to get crappy, I'll put on my headset. So how's everybody? I've missed you guys so much. I'm so happy to be back. You guys, do not mess around with pneumonia. It will kick your behind. I sound good? Oh, good. I've missed you guys too. Hi, Mars. How are you guys? You guys, I have been well for, much better for it. You know, when I went to the doctor, and you guys, if you listen to my last streams, I've missed you guys so much. If you guys listened to my last streams before I left, I was really sick. I was, one of my friends who listens, who subscribes to me, that lives on the East Coast, she said, you really sounded horrible. And you guys, I can tell. So what happened was I got the flu from my partner. He works in a restaurant, and you guys, you know, Maui. We live on Maui. The island itself is like an international haven. People come from all over, and you know, he very rarely gets sick. I mean, I would say in the 10 years we've been together, he may have gotten sick 3 times in 10 years, and it's nothing major. And he got the flu. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Linda. So he got like a really bad cold. Okay, so he gave me the really bad cold, and then the kids all got the really bad cold, so we all gave it around to each other. The kicker is I got it. I got better. He got better. We all got better, and then he got it again, and then I just never got rid of it. And so for me, it turned into, and I had a big deadline project that I never talk about, like my whatever work I'm doing, or very rarely I do. And I had a big project that was due, and I stayed up and didn't sleep, and you know how that all does, right? Compromises your immune system, what have you. And then my cold turned into bronchitis, and then I would say within a 48-hour period turned into pneumonia. And it happened on a weekend, like it happened like on a Sunday or a Saturday, Sunday, when the doctor's not open. Everybody get your beverage of choice. Mine is seltzer. And by the time I got to the doctor on Monday, it was bad. I had pneumonia, and on top of it, asthma. And it was so bad, the doctor was like, you need to go in the hospital. And I was like, no, I'm not going in the hospital. That started a whole other chain of events. And so then I just came home and didn't do anything. So needless to say, hi, Auntie Doll. All my peeps are here. I'm so happy to see you guys. So needless to say, it kicked my butt. I did a couple rounds of antibiotics along with breathing treatments. And the doctor told me at the time that my oxygen level was so low that she was surprised that I was still walking. So, you know, normally I would just buck up and come right back, but instead I took some time. And I made sure I was well, and it kicked my butt. I had no energy. Hi, Chris! I'm so happy to see all you guys. Hi, Luz! Oh, hi, Barb! Oh, I missed you guys. You guys, I have not even been doing YouTube, okay? So, I'll tell you what I have been doing, though. I have been, because it has been Carla Cage Fish coined this as Glue Book January. Well, I started this when I got sick in December. Because you guys, I couldn't do anything, but I could sit in bed and glue. And so I started a glue book, and it's obviously not going to be finished, but I'll flip through it with you a little bit, and then I think I'm going to work on that a little bit. Oh, Jean, I'm 1,000% better. Oh, I've missed you guys. Big hugs. So glue book January. I couldn't end January without having shown you guys my glue book. I actually cheated, started in December. You guys, I did 0 for Christmas. 0. I mean, my family was so wonderfully understanding. I didn't even cook Christmas dinner. Nothing. It was like, did nothing. Oh, you're so funny. Hi, Lynn. You've had withdrawal. Oh, girl, hi, Linda. I have been so wanting to come back. Barb, I was sick about a month. I think I was diagnosed. I think I went to the doctor in December, early December, or middle December. Hi, Mitz. And the antibiotics, I took 2 rounds of them, and it was, but more than that, it depleted my energy. And you guys, I didn't do Christmas. I didn't do New Year's. Like, we didn't, normally I cook and have people and do the whole thing. Nothing. You guys, we just had a really low key, and my kids were also great. They were just like, we had just a really low key time, and it was good. They did get me some really cool things, even though I said, please don't get me anything. One was this set of these my middle daughter got me from Amazon, and they're actually so cool. They come with 3 water brushes. I'm not an affiliate, so for anybody that was like, you know, people say, are you affiliate? I'm not. They come with 3 different water brushes with 3 different tips, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But look, these are like a small palette of watercolors, and I have to tell you, I don't know how much they were. I want to say under $20, probably like $15. Now the kids have been using them, so now they're stuck together. One of them used it yesterday, but they're really cool. Really, I would say definitely get it, and don't let your kids use it. But it's really cool. I've used, and it comes with a ton of really cool pigments, and the pigments are rich, and it's Watercolor by Artsy. Watercolor by Artsy, and I want to say they were under $20. Now these have been used now because one of my daughters decided she was making. Somebody gave her a really amazing Christmas gift. So yesterday or 2 days ago, she decided she was gonna make her a thank you card, which I highly recommend. You know, thank you cards. You know, the way of that is gone by the wayside, right? But it's kind of cool because instead of investing like a ton of money in pans and pans of watercolor, you can try, and you know, you'll get a good, I don't know, a lot of use out of them. But they've been used. But aren't they cool? I know they are neat. But hey, Carrie. Hi, Dania. They are neat, I think. But I tried to explain to my daughter you have to let them dry before you close them up. But she didn't understand because she doesn't really watercolor. I'm so glad to see everyone. So since I haven't seen you, how's everyone been? And they come with these 3 cool water brushes, and I'll show you them too. I'll show you those too. But I want to show you something before I get too started. So I'm going to work in my glue book. I got 2 really cool kits from Carla Cage Fish. You know me, I'm all about supporting other people too. And this was her Joss paper kit, and this was her, guys, I don't remember. I think it might have been called a mark making kit. I got those for myself for Christmas from Carla Cage Fish, but I want to show you what I splurged on and got myself. You guys, I put her link in the description box below, and I'm not telling you that because I want you guys to all go and get something, but I splurged and I got myself this beautiful, you know, I have an issue with junk journals. You guys know me and my junk journaling obsession. Got myself, this was my treat for myself, to myself, from myself, whatever. I bought a Phaedra Jones junk journal, and you guys, it is probably one of the most beautiful junk journals I've owned. If I miss saying hi to anybody, chat me in caps because the chat goes faster sometimes than I can keep my eyes on it. She took a Reader's Digest cover, and she added fabric to it and did some leather strappings on it and then sewed in. It has, I don't know how many signatures, but you guys, it is a stunner. It is so beautiful. Let me move all my junk off of here. And then I'll show you some of my Carla Cage fish stuff, and then maybe we can work in a glue book. Or whatever you guys want to work on. I mean, always bring whatever you want to work on. She sent me some goodies to decorate to add to the inside of the journal. I'm going to move my watercolors. So what did you guys all get for Christmas? Did you guys get a bunch of cool stuff? I bet everybody did. Guys, I'm not a big collector of things anymore, but I bought myself something. Hi, APG. Oh my gosh, Jean. It is so beautiful, and the work, it's like so beautiful. I almost don't want to do anything to it. So like this has it has all these like little cool belly bands and tuck spots, and she did sewing, and it's just a stunning journal. And the paper is, I don't even know what kind of paper. I'll show you some of this paper, but look at some of the beautiful things she did, and the attention to detail. Just amazing. I mean, just amazing. So I splurged and got myself a junk journal. Not that I need another thing, because I don't. Hi, Liz. You get to spend. Well, I hope you get to spend time with Olivia and Ashley. Love you, Miss Cheryl. Thanks for coming to say hi. And she put stamps as little. She just used some of the most beautiful paper, I have to say. Wait till I'll get to my favorite one, and then you'll see. But look how stunning it is. I mean, it's like a work of art. I don't even know what I want to. You know me, you guys. I'm like a trashy kind of artist. I like to use trash and recycling. This is so beautiful. It has vellum, and it has. I think this is mulberry paper, but I'm not 1,000% sure, but it's just beautiful. And she just really outdid herself. This is like a metal. I think this came from, it looks like it's a metal piece of metal that she cut out that had a ampersand on it. You have I know, I really love this APG. You know what I think I chose it? I chose it for the button on the front. I think so. And red. I like red. I mean, I like all colors, you guys. I'm not that picky, but... And look, she even put little Velcro bits on here, and it's got all kinds of cool papers in it. But I wanted to show you... Now, I put the link to her channel below, and you guys can go have a check out. She does a whole much more thorough flip through than I'm doing right now. But she put this, and it's stuffed with all kinds of stuff. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. This is the paper, okay? It feels like fabric, but it isn't. It's like handmade cotton paper. It's just amazing. Hi, Chris. Oh, Chris, that's so awesome. Hi, Cassandra. Phaedra made the journal, Cassandra. So if you look in the description box below, I put her channel there with the link to, she has a bunch more of these in her Etsy shop. But I have to tell you, I don't need anything, you guys, but I just couldn't help myself. I could not help myself. How many of you guys have that issue? Like, you see something and you know you can make something just as beautiful. Well, maybe not just as beautiful, but you know you're crafty enough where you could make something for yourself, but it was just I had to have it. She had a few of them. I don't know how many more she has left, but she had a few. You were talking about you. I don't know if it's craft text paper. You know what? I don't know. Honestly, Carrie, I don't know. But that's why I put the description I put her channel in the description box below, because she explains like everything. Like she'll tell you what kind of papers and stuff they're in it. And look, it has some really cool vintage ephemera. Look, isn't that cool? Red velvet cake. Isn't that neat? So you guys, I have been slowly calamariing everything still. You guys, I think I would fail Maria Kondo's. If Maria Kondo had a contest, I would totally fail it, because like, I think I keep too many books and papers. It's like the clothes thing I didn't have an issue with, the kitchen stuff, but the papers and the books, oh. And this one's like a sewn paper. I don't know if you can see it. Look, it's got like hand stitch. I don't know if it's machine, probably machine stitching, but it's beautiful. Yeah, you definitely have to use E6000. You have to definitely have to use E6000 in a well ventilated area. It will definitely give you like a a glue fix. She just put beautiful things in here. So this was my big splurge for myself. I did not need anything. I'm trying to think of what. I told my kids not to get me anything. One of them made me some cards to mail out. Like, she made greeting cards for me. They're beautiful. She's an artist herself. One of them got me these paints and I don't know, a bunch of stuff. And my partner, he had bought me that big 12 by 12 jelly plate a while back, which I still haven't used. I have it sitting right here. And, oh, I know what I got. I got an air fryer. I had made a comment once because one of the kids likes French fries so much, and I really don't like frying things anymore, just primarily because it's hot where I live, and standing over a hot stove with grease is not my favorite thing. And they bought me an air fryer, which I was like, and it's a nice one. I've made lots of cool stuff in it. I think I've made, I don't know what my favorite thing, made lots of French fries, that's for sure, especially for my 12-year-old. So that's kind of I gave you the abbreviated flip through, but isn't it gorgeous? And so I don't know if I'm going to put pictures in it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Hi, Rosie. Air fryers are great. You know, I was fussing at them because I said I don't want anything. And then she sent me a bunch of stuff to put in the journal. So she sent me all this really cool ephemera and stuff to add to. And you guys know I'm from Texas, so she's from Texas. So she sent me all kinds of cool ephemera and stuff to add to it. So, and really cool papers and offcuts. So I don't know what I'll take you guys along on my ride once I decide what I'm going to do with it. You know, do you guys ever get something? It is a nice journal, right? Do you guys ever get something and then you just like look at it and you open it and you touch it, and you know, like my kids think I'm crazy. Like, I don't know. I got this really cool old Audubon book from the an Audubon book that's falling apart, and I think I've taken it apart and looked at it. So here's my little glue book, and here are some of the cool. I got these two kits from Carla Cage Fish. Now I don't know if she still has any of this, but this was her Joss paper kit, and Joss paper is that Asian paper. Hi, Safia. Hi, Bootsy. Oh, Happy New Year, you guys. I'm sorry. I've missed you guys so much. You have no idea. So I don't know if she still has any of these kits, but you know, this is the Chinese paper. They call it paper currency, kind of, and you know, they burn it in honor of people who've passed. And I don't know all the ins and outs of all the Asian themed holidays, or you know, holidays for it, but I got this. I'm going to use it as collage paper from Carla. Carla had a really good selection of it. And so I got this from her. So this is like definitely going to be good collage, you know, collage fodder for me. And I got another kit from her too. That book used to be your Bible for writing. What book was your Bible for writing? I'm so happy to see you guys. So the one thing that all this downtime afforded me, you guys, and this was so funny because one of my dearest friends, she is one of my teachers. She's like been a teacher in my life for at least 10, 12 years. And you know, her big thing is everything that we have happen to us comes into our life. So to teach us a lesson, like what lesson, and that we've set it up, predestined before we come in here into this body. We've set up our own. And if this is a little too far-fetched for you guys, I'm sorry, but this is just what she teaches. And so, you know, she says, you know, you set up all this for yourself so that you'll learn whatever lessons you came to learn this life. So when she called me over the holidays, isn't this one cool though? This one's a little bit scary, but it's kind of cool. Like, look, it's got all these faces on it. Oh my gosh, I am so much better, Carrie. Isn't this one? This one's a little bit kind of scary because of the faces, but I like it a lot. Can you see them? They're a little bit creepy. Can you see them? They're like kind of torn. I don't know how well you can see it. Anyway, so she asked me. It's a little bit creepy, but they're cool. I don't know. I need to get better lighting. I haven't done anything to my space. I cleaned out some of it. Guys, my space is getting smaller. My kids are still here. They're never going, I think. I think I've lost my craft space for good. Anyway, my friend said to me, so what have you learned? Like, and, you know, like, what was the lesson? And, you know, what happened for me was it made me really look at how I don't always put myself in the equation of things. Like, how I will run myself ragged doing for others and doing for my family and getting all the things done they want done or need done, or I think they need done. And just not taking care of myself. And so I had to take care of myself. And that's been a huge lesson for me. Huge, huge, huge lesson. And I know it seems like so silly, but it's like the normal me or the old me would have just picked up and come right back and not really taken the time to recover, but this kicked my butt enough where I had to. But in that, I probably had the best meditations I've had in years. I was able to let go of some limiting beliefs, limiting thought processes. And it's been good, you know. But if I hadn't gotten so sick, I probably wouldn't have done it, you know. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Right? I had to listen, Linda. It kicked my butt. I was like, I just couldn't even do it if I wanted to. So when I was doing some of my calamari before I got sick, I found this book, and I got it obviously from a used bookstore. And I loved the cover, and it's a college grammar book, and it has all kinds of English things in it. I think it's from the 50s, but I loved it. Oh, I can't tell because I glued over it. There you go. I can't even tell when it was from because I glued over I think I glued some pages. Well, I don't know what year it's from. Anyway, this is what I'm going to work in, and yeah, my body had to clear out. It really did. My little one, she's so much better, Barb. Oh my gosh, she's so much better. She has been, I can talk about what she had now, but I have to tell you now that she doesn't have to have surgery, but the surgery thing was like too much. I'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit, but thank you for asking, and I will definitely share some stuff. So I started by making a pocket in the back, as always, and I started putting stuff in that I had cut up. And I have some more stuff that I cut up for it. And I started harvesting all these magazines that I had laying around in bits and pieces. And this is this book is from the 70s. Okay, it's from the 70s. I just loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. So I glued I went through and I glued 2 and 3 pages together. I think it was like 300 pages. I haven't finished gluing all. Oh, it was more than that. Haha. It's like 500 pages. And I've been gluing like 2 to 3 pages together depending upon what's on them, but I'll do a really quick flip through. And you guys, this does not have a theme. It's for no rhyme or reason. It was just images that I liked, and I was stuck in bed, and why not? So some of the pages I painted over, some of them I didn't, and these all came from various travel and fashion magazines. This was in a fashion magazine. Can you believe it? It was in Maui magazine. They were talking about Saint Teresa. I don't know. I remember the article. But this is... Oh, when I found these Botero, you know, Botero is the Colombian artist. And when I was in Bogota, I got to he's got a museum there that houses not just his work, but things he's collected. And he is a pretty extensive collector of amazing art. You know, he does these fat people, which I love. Because I am pleasantly plump. So there you go. So I had some Botero. This stuff came from like a Chinese medicine that I was taking, and just magazines. But you know, no rhyme or reason, and there's not anything to it, you know. And I don't know if some of the pages are finished and some of them aren't. This is from Chinese New Year a few years ago. One of those money envelopes and fashion. These were earrings I cut out, and some sort of drinks from a travel magazine. No, I'm not making an Asian book. You'll see as I go through. These have like tickets. I did go see A Star Is Born, but that was in November. And you know, just whatever I found that struck my fancy. You know, like these didn't come from the same book, but I thought that they looked good together. Now this is from a Maui magazine. We have lots of feral chickens here. Hi, Anne. So this is just a like, you know, and plus I had like stuff that I have envelopes and envelopes of junk I've kept, you know, like everybody else. These were just from cutouts and, you know, just painty papers that I cut out, and I kept the negative space part, which I actually really liked the way that one came out. So tell me what everybody else is working on. So I may lay some stuff out, and then this is Carla's, I think it's her texture kit, I don't know, but I have some stamping things, and these were those watercolors. These were these watercolors that I used, but look how vibrant they are. The color's really vibrant. You should make a Japanese one, Carrie. Go for it, you know? I think you should totally make a Japanese one. So, this, for no rhyme or reason, you guys. There's nothing. Another Botero picture, which I loved, and some jewelry. And, you guys, I think this came from a Real Simple magazine. It was patterns, dish patterns. Your daughter's Japanese? Aww. Aww. Your daughter-in-law's Japanese, Carrie? That's awesome. You know, I lived in Japan for a year. It's a beautiful place. The people are amazing. So this is just like a glue book for no reason. This is like, I loved this. I found some when I was cleaning off my desk, some stamping runoffs. I glued those down. I used my favorite concentric, Hero Art concentric circle stamp and circle stamped. And this was a cat from, I don't know, it had to be a fashion magazine. I can't tell you which one. Some of them are in process, like this one doesn't have anything on it, it's just got that dressmaking pattern paper. And security envelopes, and another Botero picture. I think that came from there was a traveling Botero show, I think in Florida. Because I got somebody sent me a Florida travel magazine, I think that's what it was in. You're doing a tag 52-week challenge? Oh, that's great. You've been in a funk? Oh no. So you're playing The Sims? Hey, I love The Sims. I missed you guys. You have no idea how much I missed you. Oh, Jean says her mom is Japanese, and she's been gathering papers and things from her family there. Oh, that's so awesome. Bootsy says he is making a series of videos on what to do with short pieces of yarn left over from crochet projects. Oh, that's awesome. He says a friend calls them schnippels. So you're working on schnippels? Oh, I love that. I love it. I love it. So this is what I've been working on. And you guys, no rhyme or reason. And I feel a little bit bad. Sometimes my hottie comes home and I will have this on the bed with every kind of thing I've cut out from whatever. And he just goes, oh, okay, you know. And there's no reason. Like, and some of them I've glued them together and then there's nothing. Like, I love this. I just cut out some lipsticks and I just thought it kind of looked cool with the flower. Oh no, Lynn, here we go. Lynn's asking, are those schnipples like pasties? But I loved this book, and the paper of it was really nice, and I like the background. I like it, so I didn't paint it. You have some Japanese newspapers that you can't seem to use, but you want to make a journal. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Cheryl says it sounds like a drink, Boots. So this is just like whatever. Like, this is a whatever book. I think this is my favorite page. I don't know why, but this was like some curtains, I think, from, oh my gosh, you guys, what's that magazine? Restoration Hardware. And then I used a stamp, and I stamped some, and then this is some mandalas that I'd stamped on some book pages that I found I'd done a while ago. The problem is if you use Tim Holtz, I think it's a Tim Holtz Distress ink, it definitely doesn't. I mean, if your page is wet, it runs. But I think this is my favorite page. I think you should go for it, Carrie. I think you should definitely make yourself a Japanese journal like this. I love this. Somewhere in my stuff, which I cannot find, I have, I know I have, speaking of Japanese, I have a picture of like a place in some Kyoto images, and I was looking for them to put them on this page. And you guys, this book is for no reason, and it is for me. Oh no, what am I? And I've only used glue stick, but obviously my glue stick got carried away. Oh, this is my eyeball page. I've only been using glue stick. Oh, that's what I got for Christmas. My kids gave me glue sticks. Is that ridiculous? But you know, if you're a crafter, you love them. The kids gave me glue sticks. This is kind of a creepy page, but it's kind of cool. So this is what I've been working on. This is it, you guys. I had so many projects to do, and I didn't do any of them. None, zero, zilch, nada. I had all my Christmas cards to send out. I didn't do them. I have them still here. So thank you to those of you who sent me stuff for Christmas and sent me Christmas cards. I will send you something. It will be random. I mean, I'll have to, I even got the coolest Christmas cards to send out, but I just couldn't get it together, you guys. How hard is that? Just write, and I wasn't even going to make them. How hard is that just to write a Christmas card? And, you know, so these are all my random bizarreness. You're doing a Midori, Elizabeth? Oh, that's excellent. You get a Christmas card from your aunt and cousin from Kyoto. Oh, that's so nice, Jean. How beautiful. The eye page is a little bit scary. I know, right? Look, speaking of Japanese, this came from something I think Jane sent me. Jane or Care, one of them sent me something. It came from, but I thought it looked good in here. For those of you that you guys did, how many of you guys sent our lovely Jane a card? Her husband of like, I don't know, they were married a long time. I think well over 40 years, maybe longer than that, 50 maybe, I don't know. They were married a long time. He passed away, and I had posted it in our group, and I hope you guys reach out to her. I chatted with her the other day briefly, and you guys, you know, anytime you've lost anyone, the wave of grief, initial grief is like, you know, and everybody's around you, but as the time wears on, it gets harder, you know. So if you guys wanted to send Miss Jane some love, I would think it was, so I guess that's pretty much all of it, except for this back page. Okay, so this is those super cheap Prang watercolors. Okay, I'm going to give you my review on them. They're super cheap, but they also bleed. Like, look, do you see? Do you see how they bled? And they take forever to dry because they use some sort of gum arabic. I mean, that's what they use as the binder, and it's sticky. So I know these are, my daughter bought me a whole selection. She bought me these, she bought me those, and she bought me some other watercolors, which I don't have in here. So this is where I live, you guys. They started planting sunflowers when they stopped doing sugarcane here, and this is for the alternative fuel. And so that's where they planted these rows of sunflowers. They're beautiful, and they harvest them and use them for fuel. So anyway, I went ahead and I put a piece of whatever parchment paper. That's my friend's. That's my neighbor's dog. You guys, not mine. My Charlie's around here somewhere, but she's not barking. So that's that. So I'm going to work in this. That's what I'm going to do. And I've cut out, you guys, I don't know what I'm going to put in it. Maybe I'll do some stamping with Carla's texture things. You guys, I'm not, you know how you see Carla Cage Fish, she's so organized. I'm not. I throw it in, I cut it out, I throw it in. I do have bins of stuff, but I cut it out, I throw it in, or if I find bits and pieces on my desk, and then I use it, and then whatever. And you can see it's bleeding through there, but... So, and you guys, for no rhyme or reason, there's no order to this book. And I'm just using glue stick. Lynn says I probably use it because it is non-toxic, and gum arabic is non-toxic, and it is it's non-toxic and it's food safe. I guess if little kids eat it, right? Probably you're right. But I'm just saying, like, the last thing you want to do is, like, imagine that you've made this amazing masterpiece and you got those cheap watercolors, because let's face it, regular watercolors are kind of expensive, right? I have some expensive ones. And the colors are really vibrant, but it took, I want to say it probably took 2 weeks for it to dry. So, yeah, Lynn says, yep, kids eat it. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think I'm just going to work on my glue book. So you guys get yours, whatever you're working on. And I have my pile of junk right here. But I'm so, you know, I almost didn't come on today because I was running late because it was pouring rain. And my neighbor needed something. It was like one of those things. Do you guys know, like, whenever you're going to start something and then I said, not that pouring rain's bad, but I told you in my house we don't have any doors or whatever. We don't, I mean, we have like an open concept thing, and it was raining, and I had to like run around. It was ridiculous. I was like, maybe I'll do it next week, and my littlest daughter was like, no, you should do it today. So I was like, okay, today it is. I'll do it today. Hopefully I got over here with some glue stick that has glue in it. Hi, Suzanne. Suzanne wants a recommendation of a die cutting machine. So, Jean says she's been through 6 Scotch craft glue sticks in 3 weeks. Girl, you're preaching to the choir here for the glue stick thing. How many of you guys go through mass quantities of glue sticks? I do. But I find for my own, like, how many of you guys make art postcards? I find for my art postcards, I like glue stick best. What do you guys, anybody want to pipe in and share? This is a paper napkin that I stamped. Guys, I have got Maria Kondo. I would fail her miserably. How many of you guys have watched that series? She's got a series on. You're packing up your craft room, Cassandra? Why are you packing up your craft room, girl? Don't tell me you're moving. No. You said you were having some work done in your house, right? That's what it was, right? How many of you guys have watched Maria Kondo and her new series? Oh my gosh, you guys. I watched it. I didn't watch all the episodes, but I watched one of them that I thought was like amazing. Like, first lady was like, I'm not letting go of anything, and then at the end you see that she like came to it herself on her own volition. She let go of a bunch of stuff. I was like, oh, proud of her. Lynn said she only did her... You only did your underwear there, KonMari? Yeah, I like Elmer's Extreme and Oohoo. You know what? If I'm not going to paint on it, school glue works fine. Like, I have a See, I have one of these. These I think came from Target, these purple glue sticks. And if you're not going to add any water to it or paint over it, they work fine. But they're not, you know, if you paint on top of it, it lifts up anything that you've glued under it. Does that make sense? You think Scotch is the only one that sticks for you? You know what? I think it depends upon where you live. I think that you could probably... I understand though. I mean, not everything works here. My daughter was giving me the phone one the other day about cooking here. She was like saying that things take longer to cook here. Like when you, than whatever they say on the package, like whatever they say in a recipe book. So I watched KonMari. What else have I watched? Oh my gosh. Your religious ones are gone. You're hilarious. Your electricians are coming? Ah. Well, you gotta use what works for you. That's the whole thing. Whatever it is that works is what you gotta use. I agree with you. So, these work... I don't even know why I have these. Probably because I bought them for the kids at school, for school. And tell me if they do this on the mainland. This is what they do here for school supplies. Your kids just furnish school supplies for the whole class for the whole year. Do you guys do that there too? Or is that a Hawaii thing? You know, where you maybe I should put it so it's not upside down. I don't know if it's a Hawaii thing or if it's just, you know, where you just... So I have, and then they give them back to you when they leave. Like at the end of the year, like whatever, like I sent a bunch of extra stuff in and I asked the teacher, I said, well, why don't you keep it for next year? She said, because in the summertime they come in and they clean out her classroom and they don't, I guess they have other things that go on in the classroom, so they don't let them store stuff. And, you know, real estate's so expensive here. She's like, I can't store it. So I guess because I gave lots of glue sticks, I got a bunch of kids' glue sticks back. They work pretty good as long as you're not going to paint over them. So tell me what else. Hi, Vicky. I missed you guys too. You had purchased a whole list of supplies for your daughter, Rosie? Oh, I get it. Hi, Bunny. How are you? I did not post it in our Facebook group. You guys, I did not. So I've been trying to do this live stream, come and do a live stream for a while. And it was last week or the week before, I thought, okay, I'll do it. And one of my dearest friends called me up and asked me to be the witness at her wedding, you guys. So that day was, that Tuesday I was a witness at her wedding on the beach, which was so sweet. I don't know where this came from. That's really cool. If one of you guys sent this to me, it's super cool. I don't know. I keep everything. That's the hard part. So I was a witness at her wedding, which was really wonderful. And that was one day. And then, I don't know. Then I had a family stuff. You know, like stuff comes up. This is really cool. I don't know where it came from. It came from a magazine, but I loved it. Can you tell I got some lips and eyes going on here too? I just wanted to see what else I had in here, if I had anything that I thought would go with this. If not, I have a whole pile of stuff next to me. So that was one day. And then, I don't know, my daughter had a doctor's appointment one day, so that was another day. And so, you know, it just kind of like trickled on. And plus, what happened was, is I would have like all this energy in the morning, and by the time it came around to doing a live stream, I would be so worn out. I'm not a napper, but I'm telling you, I've taken some serious naps lately. Being knocked out. It was all good, all perfect, you know. This is from the magazines. So for me, it's like, you know, I had the best intentions. I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to go and get on live stream, and didn't do any, and then it didn't work out. I think these are stamps. That's not what I wanted. Guys, I have so much. How many of you guys have way too many things that you've collected and kept around? I need to do like Carla with her like bins. I've kind of like secretly been hoping that one of my kids would like type in and help me. But I think they see my mess and it overwhelms them. Like they see my stack of magazines and my images, and then they just shake their heads. They're like, that's just too much for us. So you guys, I cut out the most random things. How many of you guys do that? You just cut out the most random things. Hi, Emily. Your son's getting married in 2020. Ooh. Carrie says she does have a big giant. Hi, Ashley. Carrie says she has a big giant map book that she can take the maps out of Japan. Oh, that's nice. You guys, I have a lot of Japanese books. I should not. I have a lot. I went to a I guess it was an estate sale, and they were just throwing away. There were boxes and boxes headed to the trash, and I took a lot, and there were a lot of Japanese books. They're in my garage. Some of them are in my garage. Some of them, anyway. Your daughter's wedding's on April 6th. Oh, how wonderful. He wanted to come visit me. Oh, Cassandra, I would love to come. Where's he getting married? New York City? Girl, if I'm anywhere near there, I would come in like a heartbeat. I got a message from one of my friends that comes sometimes, shows up here. Her name is Helen. She's so lovely. She asked me if I was heading to the East Coast. I said, I heard you guys were having like some big, they were having some big snow thing. I was like, I think I'll pass on the snow. Because I don't think I could do snow anymore, even if I wanted to. Is that terrible? I don't think I could do snow anymore. I don't think I could do snow. Let me see if I can find a distress ink I like. Weddings are so awesome. Oh, he's getting married here in Hawaii. Where is he getting married? He's getting married on Oahu? Or he's getting married on Kauai? It was really sweet. My friend, she called me last minute. She said, I know this is like last minute, but she just decided she was going to get married. She's been dating this guy. She really just, I don't know what, like suddenly she just called me and said I'm getting married, and I was like, okay, when? She's like, next week. I was like, oh, okay. Congratulations, Angela. Aw, congratulations. Angela's gonna be a grandma. That's awesome. So awesome. I'd be thrilled too, Angela. Although, honestly, I don't think kids are in my kids. My kids constantly tell me that they're not having kids. So, or they tell me that I'm my own grandma. Because you guys, my kids are so far apart in age. So they tell me that all the time. That's like the main staple of the conversation. Waikiki Beach. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's on the island of Oahu. Different island than me. Different island than me. He's gonna have such a wonderful time. You're going April 6th, Cassandra? Is your mom going too? You guys, I don't even know where this came from, but I like it. It's so random and weird. I'd be excited too. Never say never, I know, right? whatever. It's like my kids, you guys, I think they just say that stuff to me because they know how much I love babies and they know how much I love kids. And yeah, I've had a lot of crazy stuff. I was just trying to think of all the stuff that's happened. It's been a while, you guys. You know, it's been almost 2 months since I've been on YouTube, that I've been off of YouTube. And you know what the favorite Christmas gift was? The favorite, January 2020. Okay, so I have that. I have some time. Oh, then you get some time. We got some time. The favorite Christmas gift was those silly scratcher things that I made them. They laugh so hard. And you want to hear, after all my problems, after all my whatever, when I tried to, like, you know, figure out one of them or whatever, I put the wrong ones on there. It was like, it was hilarious. They were all laughing. I wrote cards to all of them on the back of them, even after that day where I marked them all. I know you haven't seen me since last year. I know, like, one of my kids said, "Are you even ever going back to YouTube?" And I said, I am. You guys, it wasn't for lack of wanting to be here. It was, you guys, I'm seriously, it totally kicked my butt. But in a, you know what? It was obviously never getting sick is the best. And I very rarely, like, when I went to the doctor, you guys want to laugh? So I said to the doctor, I said, I think I had, because she asked me, did I have a history of asthma? I said, no. I said, but I think I had it once, the last time I got bronchitis, or I had some upper respiratory infection. I said, well, I came here, you guys. That was 7 years ago. 7 years ago. The doctor says, yes, you were here 7 years ago. That tells you how infrequently I get sick. Okay. But I had bronchitis, and they'd given me some sort of an inhaler then. And then she told me I should never be without one. I was like, okay. Like, all right. This page needs something else, but I don't know. I can look through my little stash of weirdness. See, I have more eyeballs, you guys. I've got like the most random stuff. So, let me see. What should I tell you guys about? This is kind of cool. This green boot. Just trying to think of all the things that I've done. What have I done? I mean, I really haven't done much of anything. Cleaned out my mess. Tried to go through my stash. Let go of, like, I can't even tell you how many books. This definitely needs something else, but I'm going to leave it for, till something inspires me. This needs something too. Let me see, what have I done? Let's see. I'm just trying to, like, go through it in my head of what I haven't told you guys because I haven't been on here in so long. Maybe I can glue those on a page. I can glue on this one. It's not too thick. So my daughter. We can talk about her illness. So, you know, Cassandra, I don't think I have the kind of asthma that you get normally. It's just conditional asthma. Like I said, sometimes, you know, you can get like I did, like bronchitis, and then it turns into that. And so I think that's what it was. No, in all honesty, I didn't really ask. I was just, you guys, I'm not a doctor person. I mean, obviously I was sick. I had to go. I was so sick. My partner was like, you have to go. He's like, I'm dragging you. I don't know if I like this glue. Craft Bond. Oh, no, I definitely don't like this one. This one's like not. Let me find the other glue sticks. Let me see how much. This one's a repositionable glue stick. Like, why would I have that? Here, I have an Oohoo right here. Let's see. Hopefully it has some glue in it. I saw Malia's book haul. Did you do a video on it, Malia? You stopped watching for a while because you felt overstimulated, Jane? I can relate to that. How many of you guys can relate to that? Like, sometimes you watch and then you don't get any crafting done? I can so relate to that. Or you feel like you should be making something else that you're not making. Like, I started this in December before Carla did her glue book January, but I said, I must have had telepathy. Because I'm doing my glue book in December for January. I can relate to that. And I know Creativation was just happened. And did you go to Creativation? You're having an auction on Saturday? Oh, that sounds fun, Malia. Yes, you did 2 videos on your... I'll have to go back and watch them. You guys, I have not been watching anything. What have I been doing? Okay, what have I watched? Okay, I'm obsessed. How many... You guys, I'm always late to the party. How many of you guys watch Outlander? No, you didn't go to Creativation this year? I haven't even looked at any of the products. Are there some like really cool new products that we don't... None of us need, but we're going to get anyway because we just have to. Hi, Carla. So, you guys, I'm so late to the party. But because I've been sort of bedridden or whatever, just basically exhaustion ridden. Like I wake up in the morning and I think I have all this energy and I start doing a bunch of stuff and then like... It's like when you clean out your closet and you take everything out and then you're too tired to put it all back in. Anybody ever experienced that besides me? No, right? No one ever, right? I've just been like, so I started watching No New Products for you, Cassandra. You've never watched Outlander? Oh, then don't start watching it, okay? Because it is addictive. This is your 3rd year of no TV, Jean? Oh, good for you. You know what? When my kids were little, we didn't have a television in our house. My kids, they didn't have a TV growing up. But for I think it was my 50th birthday, my partner bought me a TV. And I love old movies. How many of you guys like old movies? Like Breakfast at Tiffany's and, you know, all those... Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire movies and Alfred Hitchcock movies. I love old movies. So he bought me for my 50th birthday. He bought me a smart TV and he had a friend, a mutual friend of ours, who's also an old movie buff, who has an extensive collection of movies. Download a bunch of movies for me on like a USB, and I watched like all these old movies, all these old silent films and movies. That's what he gave me for my 50th birthday because I was working a crazy hectic job, and you know, he was like, when we were first together, we used to go to the movies and stuff all the time. So he gave me that when I turned 50. So I have a smart TV. I haven't watched Bramwell. Is it good? You never catch back up. Oh, I don't watch anything in real time, Aaliyah. I think Outlander's been out for like 5 years or something. I mean, when did it come out? For those of you that know it, you know it. It's like a period piece. It's about a woman who like travels through time. She goes to like it's like a Stonehenge kind of place. Not Stonehenge, but a Stonehenge kind of place. And her husband's I think he's an archaeologist or something. Or her father was an archaeologist. I can't remember all of it. Anyway, and she touches these stones. And then she's transported back in time to like the 1700s. You have a dumb TV? I love Diane Keaton too. You watch YouTube, Adele? I hear you. Anyway, so it's like one of those shows where like it goes back and forth. Like it goes back to her like when she was I think it was originally in the 40s, right? And then like that's where she comes from, the 40s, and then she goes back to the 1700s. Anyway, it's set in Scotland, England, and in Scotland, and or maybe the whole thing is in Scotland. Guess I don't know. Anyway, so everybody has accents, and so I love that show. It's like 5 years old, so I'm like on season 1, okay? Season 5 right now, right? So I'm on season 1. You listen to some of the book. Well, I think Outlander was a book, wasn't it? I think it was a book. It was a book written by, I don't know all of it, you guys. Anyway, so I've watched that. That's my newest thing. I'm not that far into it, but it's like a really good show. It's a really good show. How many of you guys have Audible? We just got that, which I thought was really cool because I love to listen to books on tape, but I used to do it a lot when I traveled, for work, because I was traveling all the time. And I haven't in a while, but hi Dana, but we got Audible. So I have been listening to, I like to listen to esoteric books. So I've been listening to some esoteric books on Audible. And what else have I been, I don't know. I guess my TV watching has been pretty lame since none of you guys watch Outlander. What else? Hi, Mary Kay. What else did I watch? Thank you, Mama. I'm happy to be back. What else did I watch? I have watched, let's see. I watched that series Counterpart. Have you guys watched that? It's a little bit weird. That one is like kind of hard to keep up with. Like you got to watch it. Like watch it. Because I do other things. Like I glue book while I have it on. You know what I mean? I'm not staring at it. Although I have to tell you, Outlander's pretty steamy, so you got to watch it. You haven't found a good show to binge watch? Yes, Outlander's Men in Kilts, right? Oh my gosh. It is totally Men in Kilts. What did I watch? I don't know. I'm always open for a new good series to watch. I always like good suggestions. How many of you guys are like that? But the problem with me is this, is if I try to wait for my hottie to watch it with him, he's never around. So like, he'll come in. How many of your partners do this too? He comes in, you've been watching this show. Like how many of you guys watched Ray Donovan? How many of you guys watched that show? With, how do you say his name? Liev Schreiber? And Susan Sarandon. So, anyway, like the problem is this, is that Cassandra says steamy is an understatement. Vicky's saying Outlander's an amazing read. Well, then I have to get the books. Then Angela likes Outlander. Woohoo! Yes, I've watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I did binge watch that. I like Ray Donovan too. Good for you. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Is it on Netflix or is it on Amazon? It might be on Amazon Prime, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Anyway, I watched that one. I did binge watch that. My sister was on me. She's like, you haven't watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? And I was like, no. So, this when I was so sick, she was like, what are you watching on TV? You guys really, what I was doing was falling asleep during whatever was on TV. You got a job, Mary Kay. Congratulations. But I was complaining that my partner, okay, so I'll go back to my complaining for a second and then I won't talk about it again. So how many of you guys have partners like, they ask you, like you're in the middle of watching a good show and they go, okay, what happened? Who's that? Why did they do that? Hi, Tess. Oh, I've missed all of you guys so much. You went to the Catskills and it lost you? You got rid of cable, you have Netflix, Hulu, and Prime. Ooh, good. Lack of oxygen. What kind of job did you get, Mama? Where are you working? What are you doing? I hope you're doing something you love. I hope you're doing something you love. So that happens to me. So what happens? So he always comes in and goes, and what happened here? And who's that? And then I'm just like, oh, it's too much, right? Because sometimes it's like, and especially if it's like a suspenseful show, you're kind of like, seriously, dude? You're like, I don't want to be explaining this stuff to you. Netflix is going up. Really? You're doing analytical? Oh, Mary Kay, do you like it? My sister, her husband travels for work, and so he's only home on the weekends. So she has to like save things to watch with him, like Game of Thrones or whatever. You guys, I know everybody loves Game of Thrones. I like suspenseful things, but I can't do too much gore. It just like, and I watched it, one season of it, and it was so gory. I was like, oh, I'm going to have nightmares. So I let it go. No, Barb. If you have Prime, you don't pay for video. Well, you pay for some videos, but Prime does come if you log into your Amazon. Prime does come with lots of television series and lots of videos that you don't rent. But they do still have some that you like that they want to try to get you to rent. But I never rent anything. I just only watch it through whatever they offer for free. What is cool though about Prime is that you can check out one Kindle book with your Prime free a month, which is really good. So that means that you can like return it. You know, you can you get one free book a month, so you can as long as you get a credit for a book. So you get a book and then you can return it off and on all month, so you can read a bunch of different things on Kindle, and they also give you an Audible, I think. You just watch YouTube, Mary Kay? My kids watch all kinds of stuff that I'm not even privy to. Like they watch, I don't know, other things. Like I don't have Hulu or all that. We did for a while, but then nobody was watching it. We have Netflix, Prime, and BritBox, okay? You're getting rid of your cable, Bunny? I hear you. Oh my gosh, Barb, you're missing out, girl. That Prime membership, go and read about it. I had Prime for years with no TV. But when you have a television, you can just watch it on your computer, or you can watch it on a device if you have an iPad. Or you can Kindle Fire or Kindle. You can read and watch all kinds of stuff on your. Hi, Joni. I didn't tell anybody because the past couple of weeks that I've been wanting to stream, if I had told everybody and then I didn't come on, it would not have been good, right? So I'll tell you about my daughter. So I hadn't really wanted to talk about it, but I think I can talk about it now because we're in a good place. So she went to her dad's. He lives in Boston. About I don't know exactly when she went and found out. She went and she complained to him. She said she had a pain, but also she'd been riding on an airplane for 13 hours. She said she had a pain in her side, and instead of him taking her to the doctor, he took her to a chiropractor. And we won't even get into the reasons why that is, because anyway. So he took her to a chiropractor. And when she was there, the chiropractor, and you have to realize, you take your kids every year for a physical. Every year for a physical. So when he took her to the chiropractor says, you have a slight curve in your spine. I think you have scoliosis. And so then my ex-husband, who is not nice, who used to be really nice until he got with a new girlfriend, and now we won't even go into how that plays out. Now he's turned into somebody none of us know. Anyway, so he writes me this like sort of scathing email, like how I'm neglecting her and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what is he talking about? Well, like that. Anyway, so I like this. This is from Chinese Herbs Yin Chow, but I like the letters of it. So when she got back from this trip, I took her to the doctor, and like, I don't know why he didn't take her, because she was with him for like 3 weeks or something. I don't know why he didn't take her to the regular doctor, but he didn't. So he didn't get any x-rays or anything. He didn't want to pay for them is really what it boiled down to. So I took her to the doctor when she got back and found out that she had a over 40% S-curve, which means your spine, but you couldn't tell it from her back. Like when she bent down, you know, like, because I went back through all her pediatric charts and all the things, all the, you know, all the things that you do, the reports that they give you from your kids' physicals yearly. And at one point it says, looks like she may have a slight curve or something, but the doctor didn't suggest we get x-rays or anything, and that's the only way you could have told the severity of her scoliosis was through these x-rays. So from there, they send us, because we live here, they sent us to Shriners Children's Hospital on Oahu, and which is an amazing facility, but they meant every doctor's appointment we had to fly. It's a whole thing. Anyway, you had to fly to the doctor, and it's all day jaunt. I like this too. And so we went, and out of the box, like when we go, the guy says, we saw many doctors there. You don't just see one, okay? You see a lot. He said she needs surgery. He goes, there's no point in doing any therapies or wearing a brace. She needs surgery. And I was like, there has to be something else. I said, not every single person in the world, first of all, can afford to have spine surgery, and nor she's only at that point 11 years old. So then we saw he said, well, you can opt for being braced, but I can't tell you that's going to help. He goes, worst case is that the brace will keep you from getting, the best case scenario is that it won't get any worse. It will never get any better. And after you've gone through puberty, it's like you have to have the surgery, and they give you all the stuff. So anyway, but you have to realize this is not like, you don't just go to one doctor's appointment and this is what it said it's over. Like, you go to one and then you come back and then you go to another one. It's not like you sit down and it's a one-time thing. So we went, so you're talking about months of time. So we go one time, we have all these x-rays, then they tell us it's emergent, she needs to have this brace right now, so then we could get the brace. It's a whole thing. I like that too. So we get this brace and we go to the doctor, and I'm like devastated because as a mom, you know, and if you saw how bad the curve was on the x-ray, let me see if I have it on my phone. I'll show you. Hold on, I'll show you. Let me see if I have it on here. Let's see. When you see it on the x-ray, it's like, if you can't see it when they bend over, but you can see it on the x-ray. And the worst thing is that they start having physical pains. So they start having physical pains. And anyway, I don't know, can you see it? Yes, Mary Kay, I did get your card. I got so many cards, you guys. I promise I'll do a happy mail thing. I just wasn't prepared today. Hi, River. So can you see? I don't know if you can see it, but can you see? Like, look, she's got it goes like this and it curves down like that. All right. And they measure the curves, right? And so they say anything close to 40% is just surgery. Well, anyway, we went to numerous times and we had to keep going back. So in the meantime, I don't even know what transpired, but you know my friend that saves me all the envelopes? My friend that has her mom lives on Oahu, and I helped her clean out her house, and she's the reason I got Charlie, because I found her on the internet and all that stuff. So she said to me, she does massage. She's been a massage therapist for 35, 40 years. And she said to me, there is a man here on Maui, and if you can get an appointment with him, he's amazing. She said, I have seen him take inoperable people where they say, you're crippled, there's nothing we can do for you, not even surgery is going to help, and worked on them, and they are fine. She said, I had him work on me once when I she'd broken her ankle, and he worked on her, and anyway, she had like this really fast healing, and anyway, so I found his phone number and I started calling him, and I just, I sent him copies of her, and he's retired. Okay, this is the kicker. He's retired and he's not taking new patients. Oh, Dana, she doesn't need to have it corrected now. So I started taking her, and you guys, it cost a fortune. A fortune. I mean, not for her health, but I'm just saying, he doesn't take insurance. He's retired. And anyway, I started taking her, and we started going twice a month whenever he had time. And he flies all over the world, and and anyway, he does body work. He studied with, he's an older gentleman, retired, and he studied with Ida Rolf. Are any of you guys familiar with Rolfing? Anyway, so I took her, and he's retired, doesn't really see anybody, but he said, he goes, bring her by, and anyway, it's not close to my house. Anyway, he happened to be in, so we've seen him twice a week since we got the diagnosis. When was the diagnosis? June, July? Anyway, we've been seeing him twice a week, or as often as we can. And you guys, so in the meantime, we've been going back to Shriners Hospital. Been going to Shriners. You go like once every 6 weeks, and they monitor you. They take images with they do images with your brace on. They do images with your brace off. I think I'm going to put it up here and find something to go on the bottom. Anyway, so we've been going, and you guys, I'm not a big proponent of telling somebody that there's no such thing as miracles, or there's no such thing as healings or whatever, because I've seen too many things in my life where like people are miraculously healed from incurable things. But you don't bet on it. I mean, you do everything you need to do, right? So I mean, we've been wearing the brace, we've been doing the thing, we've been, wearing the brace and doing that. We went to the thing and did exercises. I can't even tell you, they have therapies and exercises. So, and we've been back and forth, and they've made us take all these x-rays in brace, which I think are silly, but whatever. I'm following the protocol, and I asked the guy, not this past time, but the time before, I said, can we please take, I said, we're supposed to come for an out-of-brace x-ray. Can we have an out-of-brace x-ray? And he basically tells me that's waste of his time, waste of my time, blah, 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 whatever. I said, but that's what you told us. I said, you told us we're coming for an out-of-brace x-ray. Anyway, to make an incredibly long story short, she's gone twice a month for at least 10 times, maybe a little, maybe 8. And when we went back this last time, the doctor was like, what are you doing? And I said, well, we're going to see this alternative guy that like does body manipulation. And basically, and her appointments are long, and I have to sit in there with her the whole time. And, you're sitting in the room while they work on them. And her her curve went from a 40, it is now a 28. A 28. So she is no longer eligible for surgery. And I have to tell you, they were like, what are you doing? And I said, we're going to see this bodywork guy. I mean, he manipulates her body twice. I mean, I've seen some of the stuff he's done. He's done some really incredible things. He worked on a woman from Greece. He showed me pictures of her before we even started therapy. This woman in Greece is in her 40s. And she had scoliosis so bad that her leg, I know it is awesome, that her back was humped and her leg wouldn't touch the ground. And I don't know how many, anyway, it was a whole long story. One of his clients met this woman in Greece, and he worked on her for, I don't know, probably the summer, because she lives in Greece. And she was supposed to have this surgery, and she went back to Greece, and she doesn't have a hump on her back. Her legs both meet the ground, and she doesn't need surgery. I mean, these doctors have flown over from Greece to meet him. So I'm so grateful. You guys, I'm so grateful because, can I tell you, I have a really good friend that has gone through that, and she is in her mid to late 40s, and she's had the whatever the spine thing is, the rod up her back or whatever they do to you, and she's always in pain. And now her legs are numb. I know, right? So we're going to keep going. And we're still doing our brace. We're still doing all the traditional treatments as they've told us. We're still going to our Schroth therapy, which is like this stretching therapy. We're still doing that too. We're doing all of it. But the doctor that came here, because they have an outpatient clinic from Shriners that comes once every, I don't know, 5 months or 3, I don't know. They don't come here often. That's why they make you go to Oahu all the time. You know, she said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. She said, you know, so that's where my stress has been, you guys, because, you know, the thought of her having to have spine surgery at 12 years old was like too much. Hi, Phaedra. I'm happy too. Fusion. Yeah, Dana's told me it's called Fusion. Yeah, no, and you know, look, I'm all for whatever you need to do for yourself, but I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. You know? And this doctor's from New Zealand. He was originally an osteopath from New Zealand. He's been here in Maui, I don't know, 30 years probably. So when he came here, you know, because he didn't go back and retake the medical whatever, he just does body work. He just does body manipulation. You know, like deep tissue massage and body manipulation. So, you guys, I'm just grateful that she doesn't have to have the fusion. They were like, what are you doing? They like took they took x-rays like numerous times. And the cool thing is that he's not done yet, and she's not done growing. So, you know, it's like one of those things, like, we'll keep going until, and I don't know if it'll correct I don't know if it can be corrected 100%. I don't know that. You know what? I don't even ask. I'm just grateful, and I just try to live in a space of gratitude and just try to be like open to whatever comes our way and not judge it. And, you know, because I know many people don't have the same, like, if I wasn't, you know what? I realized this is the big epiphany that I've had, aside from getting sick, where so sick that I had to stop doing anything until I could take care of myself. The big epiphany I had was this, is I've been trying to move off of this island for a long time because it's kind of crazy expensive here, right? But I realized that if I had moved off the island, if I wasn't living here, that she would not have I would not have been here to help my friend. My friend would not have told me about this doctor. This doctor would not have taken us on as a patient. And, you know, I wouldn't have, do you see what I mean? So I'm letting go. You know, I said to my partner, I said, you know, said, if that's the reason we're here, then that's why we're here. And he was like, I completely agree. So I just let it go from now on. So I can talk about it now. I just didn't want to talk about it before because it was so emotional. You guys, I cried all the time because it made me feel so bad. You know, because it just made me feel bad. I mean, not that there's anything I could have done differently about it except detect it earlier and have her braced earlier. But when you take your child to the doctor and they don't even, and it's not even coming up in anything they're doing with you, you know, you don't know that your child needs a... Dana, but you did what was best for him, and that's awesome, you know? It's very rare, though, that boys get it. I mean, I've heard, right? You have to do what you have to do what's best for you. And it's not, you know, and not everything works for everybody. You know, you know what? He did not make any promises. He did not say anything like, oh, yeah, definitely, or whatever. He just worked on her a couple times a week. And, you know, that's all. That was it. You know, so he just worked on her a couple times a week. Guys, sometimes I keep these. I don't even know why I keep my stuff in here. It's ridiculous. Oh, it's because it was probably all on the bed when I was like cutting it out. So this is what I do, guys. I cut it all out and I stuff it inside of a magazine. Is that ridiculous? Hi, Lucinda. Hi, Dawn. I'm happy to see you guys. You have to do what's best for you, you know, and not everything works for everyone. And I'm not judging anyone that has anything. Like if we had to have surgery, we would have, but I just, you know, for girls, they say they need to have gone through puberty or whatever, and she hasn't finished, you know, she's not done growing yet because your growth plate, I don't know. Oh, here's a Japanese temple. Oh, good. You guys, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. All I know is that I'm grateful that whatever we have going on is working for her. And I don't know that it will work for everyone. And I didn't know that it would work for her. You know? But I knew this. It couldn't hurt, right? It couldn't hurt. Hi, Gail. It couldn't hurt, right? Because worst case scenario, she was going to have surgery anyway. Best case scenario, she didn't. So I'm just grateful. So now we only have to go back. We still wear this brace because they have to like deal with her growing or whatever. And then we go back to Shriners once every, I don't know. I'm just looking for I'm not going to cut out images. I'm looking for the ones that I've already cut out. Girls, I have been cutting out images. I have a whole stack of them in the other room, but this is just what I had near this book. Oh, this blue page was kind of cool. I like these horses. Oh, look at these. I cut these out, okay? My debate is, do I keep them or do I send them to Carla Cage Fish? Because you know how much she loves fish things. Like, look at these. I don't even know what magazine they came from, but, like, look at them. These are, like, crazy, right? Fishing lures. Where did they come from? I don't even know what magazine this was. Look. These are, they're talking about earrings, but they have them in between fish lures. Your cat is beside himself because you made it home? You're so... Split them? I know, right? I was going to say... Somewhere in my mess, I have cut up some things to send to her, and I haven't done it. But look, aren't they great? It's jewelry. They're advertising jewelry. I don't know. So, see, it was from Elle. It was from Elle Travel. There you go. So if you guys get Elle magazine or Elle Travel, I don't know if this is Elle. It was an Elle magazine. So you guys all must, if you get Elle magazine, you must get these things. You must have them too. Right? So I saved them because I was going to mail them to Carla Kate. You guys, I had stuff to mail out to many of you for the holidays, but I didn't get any of it done. None of it. None of it went anywhere. It is all here in a pile. So I'm just like, Oh, my daughter went to the post office yesterday and came home all upset because the postage has gone up. So she was like all big, bent out of shape, telling me how much the post office, I don't know what, she mails out stuff for her work. I don't know what she mailed out. So she was like telling me what for. I said, well, sorry. I mean, there's no alternative to but the post office, so you can't, it's not like you have a choice. I know, right? Split them. I will. I think I'll do that. I think that's a good idea. You're so cute, Mary Kay. I thought I had put some stuff in this magazine, but I guess I didn't. I don't know. Some of the, Alright, I want something to go on top of these dots, but I don't know what. I guess I can leave it and go to the next one. How many of you guys just randomly do stuff like this? You're just random and then you're like, oh, that would be better if it had. I wanted to use some of these cool texture things that Carla, her, what do you call it? Legos, and use some of those things. It's 55 cents for a regular envelope. Dawn, I had the best of intentions. If I hadn't gotten sick, I think I would have done it. I didn't even, you guys, I finished one Christmas present, and it was that rug that I was making for my one daughter. One. That was it. Just one. I didn't, normally, I always send my sister something I made. I didn't finish any of it. You guys, I had, all of it was, I would say 90% finished. And if I hadn't mailed out my stuff early enough to my nieces and nephews, they wouldn't have gotten anything. You're not a good random. You're not good at random, Dawn. You're a winger. You're no good at being a winger. Yeah, I bet you are. Yeah, but you know what? It's a glue book. It's not, guys, it's not high art. It's not like, oh, and it's like, I mean, nobody's going to see it, just you guys and me. So, I'm not, you know, I think half the fun of making something like this is just allowing yourself to just be free. That's just my opinion, for whatever it's worth. You know? Just slap stuff on paper, it'll come together. No, I got this. Carla was selling, you guys, I promised myself I wasn't going to buy anything because I really don't need anything. You guys, I don't. Phaedra, I showed everybody your journal earlier. I showed them. So I splurged on Phaedra's journal and I bought myself some papers from Carla and some, whatever, I don't know what kind of kit. What was the kit called? Does anybody remember? It's like a mark making kit, I think. Isn't that what it was? Alright, so I have some. Jean says she usually glues something to every page and then she tries to work around it. That sounds good too. Yeah, no, Phaedra, I did a quick flip through of your journal and I put the link in the bottom. I love that journal. It's like a piece of art. I don't know if I'm going to glue. I got to figure out what I'm going to glue in it because it's like a piece of art. I don't know. So she sent me all these things. She sent me these. These are, I think, rolls. What are they? What do you call them? Like receipt paper rolls, I think. I think that's what they are. Hi, Lizzie. How are you, Mama? I have missed you. I have not come to your streams. I'm sorry, you guys. I have not. I have been so lame. I have so much YouTube to catch up on. I have so much YouTube to catch up on. I was going to try to watch Carla earlier today, but I had to, ridiculousness. You know how life just sometimes just gets in the way of you doing things? But I like these things that I got from her. So I don't know, you guys, I don't even know how much it was because I got it before Christmas when she was selling them. But she has it, if you go to her thing, Carla Cage Fish, she has a, on her channel, on her YouTube channel, she has a for sale or things for sale post or videos. And I think as long as the videos are up there, she still has this stuff. I don't think she, I don't know what, she has all kinds of cool stuff all the time. But what's kind of cool about it is, you know, I would never have gotten these like typewriter things. Whose birthday is it? It's Carla's birthday? Carla, it's Carla Cage Fish or Carla Frizzell's birthday? Which Carla? Guys, I'm so out of it, I don't even know. It's ridiculous. I know, and Miss Stacy had a birthday, and I missed her birthday thing. It was like, oh, really? It was like, guess I don't know what I was doing. She sent me some cool stuff, though. She's got like this patterned, this embossed felt. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I like it. Carla Cage Fish's birthday? Well, happy birthday, Miss Carla Cage Fish. We love you. Happy birthday, Miss Carla. We love you and wish you the best birthday. I'm just trying to think of all the stuff that I did while I was gone. You guys, it feels like I've been gone a million years and I don't have anything. I don't have anything good to show for it. Like I should have done some amazing art. And you guys, it was all I could do to just keep going. Alright, I'm liking that. I was going to add some, she sent me some bits too. She sent me some fish bits. Oh, she sent me some fish bits. Ooh, a rhinoceros. And some book pages. She sent me some random bits. I don't know. So I have to go back and watch all of her Glue Book January because I didn't watch it. Guys. Oh, it's your birthday too, Phaedra? Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Phaedra. Happy birthday to you and many more. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. What, did you get to do something fun, I hope? Or celebrate for a long period of time? Celebrate for the whole week? She sent me some cool fish bits. Well, maybe I'll use this because I do have a tiny glue book that I started. Maybe I'll use these fish bits for that. Cha-cha-cha is right. Happy birthday, cha-cha-cha. Oh, I love this. Look, Carla sent me this. Is stamped. This is really cool. Oh, love you, Barb. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for hanging out. Big hugs to you, Miss Barb Owens. So I will do a meditation at the end of this. If you're going to come back and listen, it'll be at the very end. But what I want to tell you is that, so what I had happen to me during this getting sick thing is I did feel like I had, because I was so not well, and I was so like not able to do much of anything, I did meditate a lot. And from that, besides just like looking at what I needed to do to take care of myself, which obviously I needed to do, I had sort of an epiphany for me. Now this is just my personal epiphany. It is not anyone else's personal epiphany. You're going to see your kids this weekend. Oh, Phaedra, that's going to be so awesome. We love you, Miss Barbowen. So that I am working on simplifying my life. This is my epiphany for me. Making my life more simple. And only doing absolutely what I want to do from this point forward. And not doing anything that I don't want to do anymore. And I don't mean like not cook dinner or stuff like that. I just mean like I have a tendency to say yes before when I really should just say no. Do any of you guys have that issue? Where you say yes when you should say no? Nobody but me? Only moi has that issue? Oh, hi Cynthia. I'm happy to be back, you guys. So happy to be back. So, I'm learning how to say no. I get tested all the time because I'm not good at saying no. How many of you guys are good at saying no? I'm not. I'm so not good at saying no. So, I'm getting tested. I'm learning to say no. And I'm learning to simplify my life. So, you've gotten better at saying no, Gail, as you've gotten older? You're terrible at saying no, but you're getting better too, Phaedra? Right? So for instance, my youngest daughter goes to Montessori school. And, you know, they had this meeting because she's in the 6th grade going into the 7th grade. They had this meeting, and they mandatory for all parents, and their kids are going to upper school. Well, you guys, I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't feeling well at my like by the end of the day. They're having a meeting at like 7:30 at night. By the end of the day, my time, because I get up so early, I was like, I can't do it. And it's not close. She doesn't go to school close to where we live. So not only was I going to have to go, it's going to have to drive myself, and it's going to be really late. So the old me would have said, this is really important. It's mandatory. You need to go, right? The me that's tired of, that me that didn't have any energy just said, I wrote the director an email and I said, I'm very excited for the meeting. Unfortunately, I'm just recovering. And normally I would never tell anybody my shizzle either. Okay. I wouldn't tell them anything. I said, I'm just recovering from pneumonia and I can't make it. And he kind of wanted to guilt me. He started to do a little bit of guilting. He tried to do a little bit of guilting on me. Okay, this Tim Holtz it doesn't dry. So this page is going to have a little black on it. School does hate the word now. But I just said to him, I said, well, email me. I said, please send any notes home with my daughter. I said, please send any notes home with her. And, you know, I look forward to hearing. He goes, oh, maybe I can call you. I said, yeah, call me at your convenience. And I left it at that. The old me would have been like, I need to do this because, you know, I need to do it. Yeah. Anyway, so I said no to that. The other thing was her teacher. Okay, so they ask you to fill out this form when your kids start school. I don't know how many of you guys have experienced this. And you guys, my dad was a teacher. My mother was a teacher. I'm all about supporting teachers in any way I can. You know? But her teacher sent me a note and said, I remembered you put on your form that you do some sewing. Well, I meant sewing to sew with the kids. Like, they ask you, like, if you wanted to share something with the class or whatever. Because I think sewing is very... I'm just putting this on top of this so it doesn't spread black to the next page until I figure out what I want to put on it. I have experienced when you teach children a skill like sewing that it just opens up a whole world of creativity for them. Even if you just pick something super simple like sewing. I can't put on the end of this tape. This is ridiculous. You know, something as simple as sewing, I don't know, like anything, like making a pillowcase or something. Like when you show a child something like that, it's very empowering. And When my older kids went to private school in New York City, I did all kinds of stuff with their classes. I did. I went and I made quilts with them. I did all kinds of stuff. I just don't want it to make the other page black until I figure out what I'm going to put on top of it. Anyway, so that's what I meant by sewing. So the teacher sends home with my daughter her curtains, her living room curtains, okay, and said, my curtains, and she just moved here, okay, to Hawaii, and she said, my living room curtains, I got these curtains and they need to be hemmed. And she gives me like the measurements and she sends it home with my daughter. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, and how much will you charge me for it? Okay, I get the curtains. Okay, I put it off. The person that sews or a jeweler, one thing they hate is like repairing other people's sewing jobs. It's one thing if you're like going to teach somebody to sew or you decide you're going to take out a project. But the problem is when you're working with really old fabrics, that especially window coverings and stuff like that, if they're not new, is that you can sew them and put holes in them because the fabric can be worn out. So I had them, and you guys, I just could not bring myself to do it. Jean says your mom taught you very young. Oh, you had a neighborhood sewing clothes and you made Barbie stuff? I know, it's fun, right? It's empowering. Okay, so hi, Marilyn. So you guys, the old me. Hi, Kathy. The old me would have just, and I was sick on top of it, okay, because I had the bronchitis, the cold, and then I was heading into the pneumonia. I probably had the pneumonia a lot longer than I thought I did, and my energy was just waning, and the holidays, and I had company, and all that stuff. So anyway, before the holidays I had company. Anyway, so I told you my hottie's parents, his mom and stepdad came, and that was a whole other ordeal before November. Anyway, so the old me would have barreled through, and the other thing is that when somebody tells you the size of their window, and then curtains have double, like the top of them will have two casings, so one is like supposed to be a ruffle bumped up, and then there's one in the middle where the rod fits through. When somebody wants you to hem it, you go, okay, do they want me to hem it so that, they want me to fix their curtains so that the 60 inches is, are they putting the rod through the top without the ruffle double bump, or are they putting the rod through the second part? Anyway, I said to myself, if it was straight, if it was cut and dry, I'd do it. Okay, guys, I open them up. I finally open them up. Oh, I tell her I'm sick. I tell her, I said, I'm really sorry. I said, I've had this horrible flu, and I haven't been able to kick it in. Plus, her curtains were really big. So that meant that I was going to have to clear off a space, like my living room floor, or whatever, to lay them out and pin them and then whatever. So finally, then she sends me some notes, sort of like an ultimatum, like something that you would tell a child, like, well, I need them by this date, or I said, or what? Your windows are going to be bare. We live in the tropics. Nobody's looking in your window. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, and then she tells me that the curtains are not hers, they're borrowed or something. I don't know, some other crap. So I'm like, the old me, I pulled them out. The old me would have like struggled through it, sick no matter what, with pneumonia, would have sewed them. The new me I opened them up, and the curtains, you guys, the curtains have holes in them. So if I laundered these curtains or pressed or ironed them, the fabric could easily fall apart. I told you stuff doesn't last in the tropics. So I was like, okay. I sent my hottie to our favorite big box store, and I said to him, could you please buy me some fusible web, and he was like, I know, Phaedra, right? You would have glued him. Jean, I didn't, you know what? I couldn't even send him to the tailor. I didn't, we don't even have a tailor here in Maryland where we live. There's like, you know what I mean? It's somebody's auntie in the back garage that might do something for you. So, you know what I did is I sent him to our favorite big box store, and I asked him to buy me some fusible web, and they sell it as like a hem tape. You know, you can buy it, instead of buying it in a big roll, it's like, I don't know, what, 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch wide. And I wrote her back a note and I said, I'm so sorry that I've had your curtains for 2 weeks or whatever, 3 weeks, however long I had them, that she sent them without me soliciting them. And I said, good luck. And I sent her a thing of, I said, and I wrote her and I said, follow the directions and you won't have any problems. And I sent her the hem tape and I sent them back. I didn't get a thank you. I didn't get an F you. I didn't get a nothing. Okay? You know, it's like, so the old me would have stressed out. The new me didn't. Okay? So those are that's my epiphanies from being sick. Okay? Because I didn't have the damn energy to do it, you guys. I really didn't. I didn't have the energy. I did not have the energy. Is that ridiculous? Kathy said she would have sent him back and said, these are out of my league. It wasn't that they were out of my league. It's just, okay. And let's also talk about this, shall we? They were a polyester synthetic blend with, okay, so when you're sewing stuff like that, if you don't have the right kind of walking foot and they're a slick fabric, you cannot sew them straight. You know, just stuff like that happens. So, oh my God. Malia, I didn't volunteer. They send you out this letter that says, what special skills can you share? Meaning, can you share with the kids? It's one thing to go in and teach a bunch of 10, 11, and 12-year-olds, you know, how to do a straight stitch on a home machine, right? And, you know, help them to write tasks. It was ridiculous. So on top of all the stuff I was going through in Israel, that's a crap. You know, I was like, I didn't volunteer. I just was like, okay. Oh no. Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay. You would have told her the dog ate them. Oh, but if you had read the successions of emails, you know, like, and they were when she started to talk to me like you would talk to, look, I talk to my children the same way I'm talking to you. I mean, obviously I don't say bad words to them, but, you know, you just told her. But yeah, no, she didn't ask me. Well, she asked me after she sent him home with my child. And see, that's the worst thing, is when you send something home with your kids feel like really, they own it, right? They feel obligated, they own it. You know, it's like, my teacher sent this, it must be serious. You guys, but I didn't even get, like, thank you for the hem tape. That was such a, you know, a really good fix for some unowned curtains. It's not even about being in the right. It was just like, like Marilyn said, it's a disaster waiting to happen. You know, people that don't sew don't have an understanding that, you know, if you don't sew, sending somebody stuff that has holes in it, that's a disaster right there, because a couple things are wrong. Either the fabric's worn out, and then when you start to sew them, they're going to fall apart worse, which you, as the person sewing them, is going to feel obligated to replace them. And trust me, it's like, But the other thing is that if you don't sew, you don't know that, you know, without proper, like if you have like a satiny kind of curtain thing, you need like a walking foot on your machine, or you need some really good pinning or whatever, and you never know what somebody has. Borrowed curtains, Nellis, right? No, it's for her personal house, Gail. Not for the school. Not for the school. Anyway, that was my, on top of being sick and really feeling like crap, that was my, I got to like, you guys, my life. I cannot, it's like, who has this stuff happen to them? Just me. Just me. Oh, I have a blue page too, because I had all these really cool blue things, and I thought, I like this blue. I hope you guys do make a glue book. I will have to go back and watch whatever Carla did. I'm sure she did some amazing things in her glue book thing. Did she make like 3-tiered glue books? And where's my Japanese lady? She was in her kimono. Where'd she go? I hope you guys make a glue book. And, you know, this was just a throwaway book somebody was getting rid of. It wasn't, and I liked the texture of the pages. But I like it because I have dollar bills on it. I might save it for something else. I don't know. Hey, Erin, how are you? Mary Kay, it's just you gotta let it go, you know. But for me, it was a lesson. It was like my teacher called me up and she goes, "So what have you learned?" I mean, she's my dear friend, you know. She's just so wonderful. She said, "And what have you learned from this?" And I thought, oh, touche. Touche. What have I learned from this? You know, like, that's a really... Well, where was my... I know this is Japanese, but where's that? I had some Chinese writing. Ah, what did I do with it? Anyway, I'm learning to say no, and I'm learning to take care of myself, which is not easy. Guys, it's not easy. You guys know if you've been a mom or you've got kids, or not even a mom, and you've like taken care of other people, it's hard, right? I thought I had some China. I know I have books of Japanese writing. Look at these glasses. I do not know where I got them from, but aren't they cool? I fussy cut them out with my big scissors, Liz, if you're watching. My big scissors. It is hard to say no, especially you enjoy doing the gratitude journal. Oh, Cheryl, I kept going. I did journal during December. What happened at your live stream? What? Kathy, what happened? What did I miss? Tracy! Oh my gosh! We love you. Everybody send Tracy some big love. What happened, Kathy? Somebody sent someone to your house and said that somebody had shot someone? Oh my gosh. Trace Jane asked me about you. She asked me about you. So aren't these glasses cool? I don't know when I'm going to put them on, but I cut this out. We miss you. Well, we love you, Kathy. Big love, girl. That is ridiculous. That is crazy. They called the SWAT prank during your live saying your husband killed you. Oh my God. You know, I think they can, you know, the people don't understand is whoever called, they have a record of that phone number and they can trace it to an address and they'll probably go and ticket them or do whatever. I'd have been freaked out. That would have been like too much. That's crazy. Hi, Susan. All right, you guys. Trace, I love you. I'm so happy to see you. You guys make sure you send Miss Jane a card, please. If you guys aren't in our Facebook group, and go on over there and join Crafting Moms on Facebook. The link should be in the description box. Or message me at craftingmamasinfo@gmail.com and I can send you Jane's number and Jane's address, and you can just send her a card. You know, I think she was married for a long time, maybe 60 years. I'm going to say 60 because he was in his 80s when he passed. Oh my gosh, Millie, that's horrible. This world we live in. YouTube is getting better ratings than TV. I believe it. And you know, now YouTube's starting their own. Did you see they're starting their own original series on YouTube? I get messages for it and stuff. I haven't watched it. It's probably not anything I'd want to watch, but still. You're okay, Mama? We love you. We're going to do a really short meditation tonight. For those that want to join, go get some water. If you want energized water, Some people like to energize their crystals. Some people like to energize, well, you can energize anything really. And somebody's going to say, okay, so why would you want to energize it? Well, if you energize your water and you drink it, then it has that higher vibration energy and it just raises your vibration. If it's like crystals and stuff, a lot of people like those around their home to balance the energy of their home. Some people like wear jewelry and they energize their jewelry. And that's something too. Oh, your Nana passed on Friday? Oh no! Oh, Trace, love you, girl. Sending you love. I call it the woo-woo, Cheryl, right? Actually, I didn't call it the woo-woo. Susan called it the woo-woo. Susan used to call it the woo-woo. So, I'm going to play some more, if no promises, but I'm going to try to be back on Friday. I have all these projects that I haven't worked on or done, and I may bring those, or maybe I'll do my glue book. I don't know. You guys, I have to play it by ear because, you know, I never know how I'm going to feel. Big hugs, Tracy. We love you. We love you, love you, love you, and I'm so sorry for your loss. You can do jewelry the same way, Jane. Absolutely. Especially if they're made of natural stones or gold. I mean, everything holds energy. Everything holds it. It doesn't matter what it is. This book will, you know. I've had people buy stuff from me and say, that buzzes. And I just laugh. I go, oh, okay, you know. It's probably in my meditation room, or I don't know. I mean, I don't purposefully sell things that have that energy in them, but, you know, they were telling me that. They were like, that buzzes. I said, oh, cool. So everything holds energy. Everything. That's why sometimes when you go to a thrift store and you pick up something and you go, I don't want to bring that in my house. That has weird energy to it. Or, oh, I like that, you know. I want to bring that into my, you know, people have their own things. So everything holds energy. But if you have natural stones and pure alloys hold a higher vibration, it doesn't mean that other things don't. But say if you're wearing a piece of like a gold ring or a silver or a copper, they're all conduits. Stones are too, crystals and stones, and you can energize anything. Tracy, I love you. Love you, love you, love you. I'll definitely put you in the woo-woo. So you guys go get your water if you're going to stay for the meditation. And nobody, please don't feel obligated. It's up to you, you know. And, you know, you can put your intention into anything. So, like, some of us want more clarity in our lives, more peace, more joy, more bliss. If you know somebody that's not well and you want to include them, you can say, you know, you'd like to send them, you know, better health, or you'd like to send them love, or realize, you know, like, just like anything, when you include other people in your energy work, it works with conscious consent. So you can send it to them, and if their higher self agrees with it, then they'll receive it. They receive a vibration of love no matter what. If you're, you know, your intention is sending them something. But, you know, some of us come to learn lessons in different ways, right? Some of us come to learn lessons, or we've made our own thing where our lessons we're going to learn through different things. So it's up to them. We love you, Tracy. She is totally your angel. She is totally your angel. Sending you lots and lots of love. What was her name, Trace? And we'll put her in our woo-woo, if you don't mind sharing. All right, I'm going to get some water for myself. You guys talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be right back. And we're going to do our meditation. And it'll be short, probably 10 minutes or less, you know? 10 minutes or less. I just wanted to go check on the little pup and make sure she was okay. She's good. All right, so you can do this energy work sitting down or lying down. You can do it with your eyes open or your eyes closed. You know, it's up to you. There's no right or wrong. You can't get it wrong, no matter what. And you can make your intention anything. You can, and you don't even have to have an intention. You can just be open. My intention is always for everyone to receive exactly what they need in their lives, to be happy, healthy, and whole, whatever that means for you. And I include all of you in my daily energy work that I do. I always send it out to all of our crafting mamas that want to receive it. And so you can bring to mind anybody, and I invite you to, and always include your home. And always include your home, and always include like the places where you spend the most time, because your energy is so precious, and so many of us spend so much time away from our homes that our work becomes our home, or that you know, that sort of thing. So include those spaces too, because it's always really good when you can go into a place where you, especially when you work or the people you work with, and you feel good, right? We always want to feel better. So we love you, Trace. Big hugs, Mama. And if you've never meditated before, you can do it. It's not, there's nothing to it. All you need to do is inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. You receive on the inhale and you release on the exhale. And that's it. So is everybody ready to go? Did you get your water? Can I get a yes? Who's got their water? You're ready? Ready? Okay, good. And I apologize ahead of time if the dog starts to bark. She's in the other room. She's waiting for her peeps to come home, and nobody's home. I'm just going to message. Now include anybody you want to include. We can obviously include Tracy's grandma, and we can include Jane and her husband. And you're not limited to include people that are just in a body. And you can include your pets. Okay? You're not, you know. So okay, let's get started. You're staying under the covers. You don't need to. I mean, you don't need the water. It's not necessary. Okay. So inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Receive and release. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in a column of light. And when you look up, you can't see the end. And when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light to grow around you 6 feet in all directions. Give your column of light the suggestion, heart of the earth. And with that, your column of light is right there, deep in the heart of the earth. Allow your column of light to grow deep roots deep in the heart of the earth. Roots like big old oak tree roots. With every inhale and every exhale, your roots are going deeper and deeper and wider and wider. Make sure your roots are grounded deep in the heart of the earth. I'd like you to focus on your heart. And I'd like you to imagine the most beautiful place in nature that you enjoy the most. It could be a beach. It could be the mountains. It could be your own backyard. Any place in nature that you love. As you observe every detail of this place in nature and enjoy each and every detail, I'd like you to send this loving energy to your heart. Maybe you're floating in the ocean. Maybe you're hiking. Enjoy the sound of the birds, the sound of the rain. Whatever it is that you love. Focusing on your heart. Gather this feeling of love, your love of nature, your love of the animals, if that's what you choose, the trees, the snow, whatever it is, your favorite place. And when you can feel this love that's gathered in your heart, I'd like you to put a bubble around it. Adding more and more love to this bubble, your love of the beach, your love of the mountains, the air, whatever it is. And when this feeling of love has gathered even more and more, I'd like you to send this bubble down to the heart of the earth, down to Mother Earth, down to where your roots are. Ready? Send this bubble of love, the love of nature, down to the heart of the earth. And I'd like you to wait. Because the earth is going to share and send this love back to you. Feel this beautiful, loving earth energy rising up through your column of light through your roots. Feeling your feet and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist. Feel it filling your heart. Feel it filling your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your throat, your face and head. And feel this loving earth energy fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. One more time, focusing on your heart. Imagine yourself in that beautiful place in nature. If you're at the ocean, hear the waves come in. Feel the sand between your toes. Smell the salt air. Feel the sun on your face. Feel the love of whatever place you choose in as vivid detail as you can possibly imagine. Gather this love in your heart. If you're in the mountains, maybe it's the rustling of the wind, the smell of the air, the cool breeze on your face. Maybe it's listening to the birds. Gather this love of nature into your heart. Ready? One more time, a big bubble. And I want you to send this bubble straight through your column of light, out your roots to the heart of the earth. Ready? One more time. And just wait. Mother Earth will always respond. We are her children. We are part of her. And allow this loving energy once again to pour up through your column of light and fountain out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Now follow your column of light above your head, through the stars, through the galaxies, as high as you can imagine, and give it the direction, heart of the central sun, heart of creation, creator energy, heart of the divine, heart of Father Sky. And I'd like you to allow your column of light to have those same roots you have below your feet in the heart of the earth, in the heart of the central sun. I'd like you to imagine all the beautiful stars and galaxies, the sun upon your face, the moon at night. Picture whatever brings you joy in this way, whatever brings you love. Focus again on your heart and allow this love to accumulate. The love of the stars, the love of the moon, the love of the sky. And when you feel this love and this gratitude for this beautiful world we live in, this beautiful galaxy, beautiful stars, allow it to fill your heart and create a bubble around it. And with that, breathe in this love and send this bubble to where your roots are in the heart of the central sun. Ready? Send it out. Send this love to that energy, the Father Sky energy. Ready? And wait. Allow the love coming from this heart of creation, this central sun, this heart of the divine, pour through your body. Allow it to fill your head and face, throat and neck, arms, shoulders, wrists and hands, and out every finger. Allow it to fill your throat, your chest, your solar plexus, your waist, your lower abdomen, the base of your spine, and feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, and ankles, and out the bottom of your feet, expelling any and all excess deep in the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. One more time. Let's focus on this beautiful heart of the sun, this beautiful heart of divinity. Focusing on the galaxy, the stars, the sky. Allowing this energy, this love to accumulate in your heart. The wonder of how beautiful and how vast and how big it is. Breathe it in and send this love one more time to the heart of the central sun. And wait. And allow this energy, the energy of the central sun, to pour through your whole body, your column of light, and expelling any and all excess deep in the heart of the earth. Now take a second to enjoy this peace, this balance that comes from being connected to the heart of the earth and the heart of the central sun. I'd like you to focus on your heart. I'd like you to take a moment and notice your heart, how you feel right now. Give your body personality permission to enter in the depths of your heart. Some people call it the secret chamber of your heart. So feel your energy from the earth and from the heavens merging together in your heart. And allow yourself to go right there. You know where it is. On the inhale, I want you to breathe yourself fully present in your heart, in your sacred space of your heart, the sacred space of your heart. And on the exhale, let go of anything that doesn't work for you. Ready? Focusing on your heart, breathe yourself fully and completely aware of the sacred space of your heart. And let go of anything else. And breathe yourself in and release. Receive and release. Receive and release. And ask yourself anything. Maybe you want to know your divine life's purpose. Maybe you just want a little more peace. Good health, prosperity. And you can bring to mind any and all of those that you'd like to include. On the inhale, breathe in this presence of who you are, and on the exhale, I want you to send out love to all those you want to include. Ready? Breathe yourself in and send out love. Breathe yourself in and send out love. Breathe yourself in and send out love. One more time, breathe yourself back in full awareness of the sacred space of your heart, and on the exhale, send out love. Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. From this sacred space, you can create anything you want in your life. So just bring it to mind. Better health, more balanced, more love, more kindness, prosperity in all levels. One more time, focusing on your heart, receive love and send it out. I'd like you to imagine an infinity symbol. See it starting in the heart of creation, the heart of the heavens, the heart of the central sun above your head, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the heart of the earth, crossing back through your heart, and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the heart of the central sun, the heart of the earth, the heart of the divine, and on the exhale, give back that love to the heart of the earth, the heart of the divine, the heart of the central sun. Ready? Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. And please feel free to share anything you'd like. There's no right or wrong. Hi, Miss Care. How do you feel then? No, you're welcome. Phaedra, big hugs. Oh, I'm so glad, Angela. Yeah, that's what's been for me lately. You know, it's been very deep. It's been very deep, and I definitely have issues of wanting to come back. Oh, you're welcome, Mighty Doll. I love you guys. I have had those same issues of like not wanting to come back for sure. I get caught in a bliss state, and I'm like, oh no. Oh, I'm glad, Auntie Doll. I'm glad. You know, I think we can all use a little bit more love right now. Don't you think so? With all the stuff we're going through in this world right now. You could smell the ocean. Oh, good. Oh, you're welcome, Jean. Oh, I'm so glad, Angela. Yeah, I've been going through my own stuff, and you know, this has been what I've been doing for myself every day. The same type of meditation, imagining myself, and then sending love to Mother Earth, and sending love to the sun and the sky, and getting in that space in my heart. Yeah, it's been, you know, I was so sick that I couldn't do anything. And all I could do is just be in this space of that. You gained another child. How did you gain another child, Lynn? What happened? You smelled fresh dirt in the woods? And I did it the other day, and I imagined myself like walking where I'm from in Texas, and it has this particular smell, and I was right there. You were like swimming in very shiny light. Oh, very nice. Well, I included all the people that you asked to be included. I connect to nature too, Angela. It's everything for me. Lynn, you're so wonderful. You're such a wonderful person. I love you. Well, I'm glad. You know, use it for yourself anytime it works. Getting in that sacred space of your heart is the heart of where you create. So that's why it's super important that you get to know it and can live in it. Nah, you're not crazy. You're awesome. Well, I love you, ladies. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for being my peeps. Thanks for all of the Christmas cards. I didn't want to make it all about showing the stuff that you guys have sent me, but I will one day. Oh, love and light to you, Marilyn, too, and healing. And love and light to all of you guys. And, know that the path you're on is right and purposeful for you, whatever that is. You pick your own path. You pick your own journey. Love is universal. It doesn't matter. I love you, girls, and I'm definitely going to try to see you on Friday, okay? Big love. Thank you for your love and your support and your prayers. Believe me, I felt them all. I've missed you guys too. All right, my lovelies. I will see you on Friday, hopefully. I love you all, and thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for being my peeps. Thanks for your love and prayers. And I will see you then. All right, girls. Aloha.